this year has really been the sort of pivot point for what's happening in football. And it's why I think the NFL really has to be careful because, in my opinion, I think when you make rules, Terry McCauley told me this now, the new NBC rules analyst, and I think he hit the nail on the head. When you make a rule, you've got to make sure that it doesn't, it doesn't put the balance way over the top to either offense or defense. And I think in what they're doing right now, I'm in San Francisco right now. I was with Joe Staley yesterday of the 49ers. And even, usually it's if your ox is not getting gored, you're happy. But Joe Staley, the 12-year offensive tackle for the Niners, basically said, I don't like the way the game is going. So you've even got respected offensive guys saying, look, the NFL is going too far. I think the NFL really is trying its best to make sure that you don't have any more Brett Hundley playing 9 games situation and in a year. But that's the sport. That's the sport. If you take too much of the teeth out of the sport, you're going to be the Western Athletic Conference. And I just think the NFL has got to really rethink how far it's gone so far this year.
Yeah, and when we had Terry McCauley on last week, he said, look, the main priority of these officials is to protect the quarterback. But I do think at some point you have to – we're never going to level the playing field because offensive numbers are up, ratings are up. The NFL understands this. Nobody's tuning in to watch defense. But I think if you want to be fair to your sport, then you have to at least have something that says to the defense, hey, we're gonna help you out a little bit here. I don't know what that is, Pete, but it just feels like every time there's a new rule, it goes against the defense.
Agreed, totally. And I think the whole thing right now is, look, I think the NFL must protect the quarterbacks, both for their long-term health and for the image of this game. But I've got to tell you, some of the roughing calls. The 4 fingers on Tom Brady's helmet against Indianapolis was absolutely absurd. The Clay Matthews and Kendricks calls in week 2. You see them every week. And look, here's the bottom line, Dan. I'm just telling you. The NFL always uses this one word with its officials, consistency. We want consistency. I want you to tell me if you're a referee and you're monitoring the pocket, what in the world are you supposed to do? I can tell you, these officials who've gotten out of the game, I'm telling you, they are thrilled to not have to adjudicate the impossible.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.